What's up everybody, how's it going, and welcome to this episode of Car Rant. Today we're installing a diffuser on the Evo and test fitting our wheels to the IS300. So for those of you who have been following our build, it has come a very long way. We just got the exidy clutch put in the car, and now it's time for us to start finishing up the aero kit on this car. I mean, we've already got the lip on there. We've already got the APR wing on there. Now we're gonna put on the APR diffuser. Which, a quick word about the front end of this car. Number 1A, my man Patrick. Oh my gosh, those things look amazing. Number 2, we actually added the Cusco bar in there. Basically, this piece replaces the bumper on this car. These are meant for race cars, they're not meant for the road. I do have to say that because it's on the packaging. All right, got the initial bash bar off. Got this nice Cusco bash bar going on. It's 12 mils that hold it in here, and it looks like 12 mils that hold it in there as well. Once you pull those out, that's where the 2 bolt holes on the back of this will mock up to that. This bolt matches that one there. Same thing with the other side. And then we'll be done, man. I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like on here. A little help from my boy Ian. Got the bumper back on. It's time to look at this from back here. Oh, oh wow. It's hard to see it on camera because, again, I picked a dark color, but yeah, I dig it. And when we go to the new bumper, that's gonna look sick. You ready for this, bro? It's subtle.
It's cool. I like it.
It's definitely more subtle than you think.
I like it.
And it's definitely pushed the intercooler back. You can actually see it through the mustache piece. It's hard to see on camera, but you can actually see the intercooler now.
Wow, now that you said that, I'm never gonna not see a mustache.
You never knew that that's what we called it?
Called that.
Yeah, it's a mustache. That's why on the Evo 9
I know about pig nose and shark nose. Does that count?
Well, you could call that a pig nose, I guess, because it's the same concept. But we also have a new bumper on its way for this car. Unfortunately, the previous owner is the reason why that's there. Almost looks like he hit a pole or something and then had to like Bondo fill it in and make it look all nice and right. It's not a good look. Also, our lip is just tearing itself apart down there. I don't know if you can see that all that well, but it's painful. It hurts to see the OEM bumper look the way that it does. So I have a new one coming. Should be here in November, so stay tuned for that. So while I'm waiting for Ian to get here to help me do this diffuser install, I'm actually going to test fit our wheel onto the IS300. One of the wheels is already propped up and ready to roll, simply because, well, that's the side that got curb damage. Will and I took a look at it. It definitely has a twisted shock, which is obviously no bueno. But now we're just at the point where we got to somehow find a way to get some shocks. So I ordered some. We're going to do a review on it when they get here. But for now, I'm going to try and fit our Avid One AV28s on here just to see how they look, see how they sit, see if they can clear some big breaks for in the future, all that fun stuff. I'm really excited to do this. Can I just say that as it is, just looking at all the colors together, that is the perfect shade of white. Nailed this one for a change. Yeah, dude, those things look sick on the car. Just sitting here ogling at that is just, it's amazing. And I gotta say, the fitment on this hub is perfect. Like, I guess I'm assuming that it's completely hub centric because it looks like there's a little room around the lugs. But the point is that this thing fits perfectly. There's plenty of space for big brake kits to be put in there. Plenty of space for other things if I really wanted to inside of there, if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? After a quick pizza run, Ian's here. We ate and we're having a good time. It's time to start cranking down. You ready for this?
No, but I guess.
Hey, what'd you think of the new wheels?
New wheels look good. I think it's gonna look good on this.
Think it's gonna complement it all together, especially once it gets lowered?
Oh yeah.
That is more or less how it's gonna sit.
Alright.
See what I'm talking about? It's not like crazy aggressive.
Yeah, no.
It's definitely more of the street car look. But
I like it.
so we've got everything kind of mocked up and ready to go. We've already done the markings with just kind of like a hole punch type setup. So 1 inch in this way, 1/2 inch from the edge, all the way through, 1/2 inch on the edge, then 6 inches from there to the next point, and then 6 inches from there to the other point. So once those are drilled out, we're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. Let the stress begin. Drilling through OEM parts, it's always nerve-wracking. I'm not even worried about ruining this because you're not even really going to see this, as pretty as it is. It's just drilling through my original bumper is nerve-wracking. It's actually going to be easier to take your wheel off to do this. I mean, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you need to be able to reach in there and make sure that all the bolts are tightened down nice and everything else. We're using this for our mounting point. Sturdy, it's not going anywhere. We haven't brought it in yet just because we want to get all the bolts into the rest of the piece before we raise it. That way it's relatively even and it puts tension on everything and keeps it all tight. Right here, measure 1 inch in, 1/2 inch from the lip inward, then 6 inches down, and then 6 more inches down. We've done that on the other side. We just got to put the bolts in. The last 2 bolts that are gonna go into the car, technically 3. One's gonna put this guy straight so that he doesn't move, and then there'll be one next to it on the other side of the muffler, and then right down there. And then put the wheels on, take it for a ride, see what it feels like, if it makes any difference at all. Probably doesn't realistically, but still is cool. It's a little stylistic cue.
Yeah.
Nothing major, just a little mod.
Enhancement.
Yeah. We're using 2 drill bits to do these jobs, in case you were like following along and wondering what we're doing. 2 different drill bits, 3/16 to get us started, and then an actual 1/4 inch to get it finished, because again, these are more or less 10 mil size bolts. So yeah, got this side already buttoned up. This is all set to go. We just got to adjust the actual adjuster bar in the back. Now we just have to drill out the last bolt to hold this correctly in place so it doesn't look bunk and have this piece sticking out, and then get it all said and done. It's gonna be good. You ready for this?
No.
Let's just appreciate how clean this looks. It's subtle, not a lot to it. It's just like a nice little additional piece under the tray, you know. Something that I guess mechanics can ogle at, but it definitely adds like a nice thing to have that lip there. Like it's not just all yellow. Definitely helps break things up. Definitely looks nice. I was telling Ian off camera that eventually I'm gonna have to add a nice little piece right there. Help either shelter that exhaust or catch some of that blow by that comes out on occasion. But otherwise, we're over here just double checking our torques, making sure that we're good to go. That way we can depart for the Chick-fil-A meet. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah. As always, if you have any questions about the work we did or how we did certain things, definitely let us know. It's seriously as simple as really 9 bolts being drilled out and put in, and 2 of the subframe bolts being pulled out and slotted back into the subframe with the piece in between. It's just really nothing to it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Can be done in probably an hour. It's just we took our time with it just to learn it and whatnot. So if we ever have to do this again, it's gonna be short and simple and very, very easy. But with all that said, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe as always if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Peace!